George Plimpton. Folks, if you haven't read it, you got to go get this week's Sports Illustrated and read the article on the curious case of Hayden Sid Finch. I can't think of, some people get red-faced when they get hooked like this. Me, I just look for revenge.
Oh,
now, George, I don't know how or when, okay? But our paths will cross again. And I got a professional prize fighter that I'm representing out there.
Oh.
And we may meet up at one of those fights or something. Sometime, George, it's going to hit.
Oh.
I could tell you right now that your fly is open, but that's too obvious. But this shall not go unpunished.
Oh.
Because I consider myself to be moderately intelligent, and I bought the whole damn thing.
Even with a guy with a French horn and
Sure. I mean, that's all part of the serenity of the situation.
And wearing a hiking boot for balance?
Well, I thought that maybe he just really had to plant his pitching foot real good before he could get away this 168-mile-an-hour pitch. The only thing that I was confused about is that how did you manage to get all these pictures of this recluse playing his French horn out there on the rocks overlooking the ocean and this tiny little play fielder's mitt? But, George, you did a marvelous job, and I'll get even with you.
Okay.
Somehow. Okay?
Well, thank you very much.
And the New York Times will probably never believe another thing you say either.
Well, I know. I'm going to have to I may have to go to Tibet and enter a lamasery. I may have destroyed my whole credibility everywhere.
If Archie Moore was around right now, I'd have him come looking for you. Thanks, George.
It's a great pleasure.
Have a good day, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye. George Plimpton. Folks, if you haven't read it, you got to go get this week's Sports Illustrated and read the article on the curious case of Hayden Sid Finch. But you will never be able to read it the way I did, because I read it believing it. You, of course, at this point know it's a hoax, so the excitement will be gone. Any of you people know of some good April Fool's jokes we can play on somebody?
Neal, I take Sports Illustrated, and I got the magazine on Wednesday.
Yeah?
And was looking forward to reading the whole thing, which I usually do.
And I've just ruined it for you?
No, unfortunately, Darrell Simmons in the Constitution on Friday morning had a little blurb in there about the April Fool's joke, and kind of ruined it for me. But I read it, and it was a great article anyway.
But could you imagine reading it thinking it was all true?
Well, I was hoping it was true.
But now, why would Darrell Simmons all of a sudden take it upon himself to be the hot shot, to be the BMOC, and come along and tell everybody that it's all an April Fool's joke? Why couldn't Darrell Simmons let the whole thing just well enough alone so that people could enjoy it the way it was written?
Yeah, I think that would have been a good thing. In fact, I found myself afterwards, after I read that article, looking through some other articles in Sports Illustrated and wondering, are these April Fool jokes too?
I know it. In all the years I've been on radio, I've only pulled one April Fool's joke. And it was along the same line. It took 4 days to do, excuse me, it took 4 days to do it, and the payoff was on April 1st.
Yeah.
It was the Great Porpoise Rebellion in Southern California. I know you don't remember that one, do you? But someday, I don't have anything planned for today. I was going to try to give Aileen McDonald a hard time, but
well, I had an ex-wife one time that saved the previous year's April 1 newspaper and brought the last year's paper to me, and I'm sitting there reading it and wondering what in the world's going on. None of this stuff sounds right, and so that was kind of a mind blower.
You know the only thing in the world you need to have all the power and wealth you would ever want?
What's that?
Tomorrow's newspaper.
You're right.
But you got to have it now.
That's right. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Thank you. 231-1977. You're on WGST. Go ahead. Sandy Springs.
Neal?
Yeah.
This doesn't have anything to do with April Fool, but I am going to save the paper that man just gave me the idea. But will you please tell me what to do? On February the 18th, my husband sent a check in for our license tag. And the check has not been cashed, and we don't have a license tag. Now, what can I do?
Stay home. Don't drive.
Ever?
Well, until you get your thing in.
Well, it might be another 2 months.
It might be. Now, when did your husband mailed off the pre-printed form? He did put the insurance company information on it. He filled out all the appropriate blanks and mailed it off with the right check, right?
Like he's always done.
Okay. And you have, how long ago did he mail it off?
February the 18th.
Boy, you've had plenty of time.
6 weeks ago.
And your check hasn't even gone through the bank?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I would just be prepared to explain myself. My experience is that the police officers do not rush out there to arrest you.
I have no canceled check. You have to send in everything that you own with the car. You have to send it in.
Yeah.
All I have is just the check registered.
Well, just, do your eyelashes, put on your makeup real well, be prepared to bat your eyelashes at a trooper, sweet talk him, tell him, gee, Ossifer, I mailed it in February the 18th. Here's this, here's that. And, he may give you a ticket. But if you can then go to court and prove that you did what you said you did, you're not going to get fined anyway.
This is Bob Thompson. I'm Sid Finch's agent.
Yeah, right.
Just want to know.
Don't you wish you were?
Yeah, I was. I was caught up in the hoax also. I was disappointed Friday morning when I found out it wasn't real. So I was ready to become a Mets fan.
Oh, listen, I was looking forward to go see this character play.
Yeah. And my wife was out of town, and she called me up Thursday evening, and I talked to her about this guy for about half an hour. She read it this morning. I didn't tell her it was a hoax. So I got to call her at work to see if she found out yet or not.
Well, my wife read it, and she said, "You believed this?" And I said, "Yeah, right. Some sort of a sports fan you are. I'm the only athletic supporter in this family." But she said, "I don't see how anybody can believe this."
Well, it got me, too. You should see him kick a field goal.
Yeah, see George Plimpton kick a field goal. Well, I felt totally had, and I'm going to get even with George Plimpton somehow, and you people will share in that experience with me.
I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, thank you, sir.